What is up? Friday night hangout? How we doing? Andrew Nathan says, sup? Frank from Philly? You're here. How we doing? Everybody let me know where you're listening from. I'll give you a shout out. We had a great, awesome hangout tonight. Lots to talk about. The draft, obviously. We're getting close. Speculation on maybe a trade. Looks like the Seahawks could be the most realistic option there as far as a contender to trade with. Trade up to 16, so we can get into that. Got the mock draft, as always. Friday night hangout. And then this A.J. Brown trade talk. You mentioned a little bit, just some of the news going on a Friday. It's ridiculous. It's not going to happen, but it's just good to hear that the Eagles are shutting that down officially, rejecting trade offers, not just the Patriots, but all the other teams. And the Devontae Smith jersey, which we got to give that away. We're to spin later, give a little bit of time for people to trickle on in. If you haven't entered into the giveaway, make sure you do that. There is a link down in the description. It says enter the Devontae Smith giveaway. Go click the link and then type in Slim Reaper on the other video. This one doesn't count. You could type in the comments, but it won't matter. So get it in because we are definitely giving away the Smitty jersey of your choice. It's like a Friday night celebration because Smitty got the extension. We got that done. Frank Logue. All I know is Thomas looks like Ben Shapiro, really. Frank from Philly, how you doing, Josh? I'm doing well. Very blessed. It's a Friday. The weekend's here. Feeling great. My twin brother's in town, actually, too. That's pretty cool. So, should have a blast. Bryson, what's up, man? Howie Roseman, the GOAT. Hello. Redneck Football. What's good? Andrew Nathan from LA. Frank from Philly, excited for the draft. Jacob Harridge. Fitness Warrior, how's it going? Dose Bros. Iron Mike. Frank Logue. What's up, buddy? Joke Sauce. Yeah, Philly Media. Yeah, well, that's interesting, but, I mean, the media's just got to talk about something, I suppose, but it is ridiculous. I mean, just the amount of, and really the thing for me was, I talked about it in the show today, if you haven't caught up or watched that, but WIP posting a poll of, are you tired, or does Jalen Hurts' demeanor, I can't think of the exact wording to it, but does it frustrate you, or is it off-putting, whatever. It's like, why on earth do we need a poll about that? Like, of all things, that's the poll that we're going to... Why not, do you want the Eagles to draft a corner in the first round? Do you think they'll draft a corner in the first round? Do you expect Jalen Hurts to have better stats than last season? Even that is okay. But Jalen Hurts' demeanor, it's just such a weird take to begin with. And yeah, I know, it's for engagement and everything on that side, but somebody knows. Yes, I do. I've got a twin brother. Josh B., what's up? Wicked, Christopher, good show, thanks. The other Frank, I'm just moving on from that comment. Okay, well, I appreciate you tuning in. Philly Sports, you thought Thomas was my twin, yeah. I've gotten brother before. I'm not sure I've heard that take, but if you saw my actual twin brother, then you would for sure be like, oh, wow, okay. Which actually, thinking of that now, so my twin brother is a Packers fan. We'll probably have him on now that the opener is going to be against the Packers. I think we'll do that. We'll have him on one of the live streams, maybe the Tuesday night before the Friday night game, and then you guys can see for real, how close, if you can tell us apart and everything. Get his take for the Packers. Play Madden. It's been a while. I don't get much time. I mean, 2 kids, job, everything else, but. There you go, Vintage. It says, does his demeanor rub you... There you go, yep. Does Jalen Hurts' demeanor rub you the wrong way? That's the official wording I couldn't think of. They do. They want to act like Jalen is CJGJ. Again, they got to talk about something, I suppose. But this one made me happy. If you didn't see it, A.J. Brown, there's rumors of trade... And the weird, what? AJ can do whatever he wants to. If he wants to make his profile pick Tom Brady, immediately whenever I saw that, I didn't get concerned. Is Tom Brady the GOAT? I'm thinking, okay, that's his, locked in or his, focus persona or whatever you want to call it, but it was definitely not, oh my gosh, like he wants to go to the Patriots. And then, of course, in this day and age, someone's going to start going to his Instagram, seeing who he's following. Oh my gosh, it's Jacoby Brissett. It's KJ Osborne. He must want to get traded to the Patriots because, the Patriots are interested in a receiver. They need a lot of help. But sure, let's just keep going with that story. Officially, though, Albert Breer saying that Philadelphia's gotten inquiries, which understandably so. If you're from the outside looking in, especially the way the Philly media portrays it a lot of times, is, AJ's upset, he's unhappy, he wants to leave. So why not? You mention it real quick. Say, hey, Howie, you looking to trade him? But officially shutting it down, telling other teams he's not available, which is not a surprise. But again, just so that we can say that it's official, move on, we're good to go. As Josh B says, no one wants to go to the Patriots anyway. I agree. I mean, you definitely would want to stay here. But nonetheless, that's where we're at. Let's see. Get to some of these other ones here. Frank says if the Pats want AJ, they better be ready to part with that number 3 pick. Wow, that would be a steep price. I don't think anyone's offering that for him. Hunter Smith from England just got off work, excited for the draft. It's really late for you. It'd be like, what, midnight? Past midnight at that point? Appreciate you hanging out. Go Birds. Yeah, I'm super pumped for the draft. We'll get into the mock draft talk, trade scenario, everything else. Speaking of, I've also got another video coming probably Sunday. We'll see. But more draft focused, things like that. Yes, Frank from Philly. I see Dan Cilio stirring the pot. I appreciate it. Appreciate the support. Again, it's fine to speculate at times and everything. I hate the negativity. I hate so much of the negativity. I understand. Shout out to Philly 500 because I did see his comment on there and say like, hey, T.O. may have ruined things, or I guess maybe left a bitter taste in a lot of people's mouths. So every time that you see a receiver or even hear a little bit of, maybe someone's slightly frustrated, then it automatically just shifts to that of T.O. and we remember those days. But I'm not about what some of the other media people are doing with AJ and just the rumors, and it feels like they're just trying to run him out of town already. It's like, this is ridiculous. Come on. This is your best, one of your best, certainly. You could argue the best, but one of the best players on your team. Just ridiculous. Dylan, what's up, bro? Says, wait, I thought your brother was a Cowboys fan. Yes, I do. I have multiple brothers. So my twin brother is a Packers fan. Next brother below him, 3 years younger, Jonathan, is a Cowboys fan. And then I have a younger brother under him. That's, 5 years difference, I think, is what we are. It's actually his birthday today, David. So shout out to David. And then a sister, youngest sister. So big family. Honestly, with 2 kids, I don't know how my parents did it. Like, starting to realize what 2 kids take. 5 is a lot. 5 is a lot. Mom and dad, the best. Vintage Vaughn, question here, is Rodgers cleared or is it a different update? Nothing official. Still suspended. The update covered in the recent show, but just for those that hadn't gotten a chance to watch or just wondering where these things sit, he was not a part of the initial 5 that got reinstated. And just to set the record straight, I've seen a lot of comments from people saying, it's going to be 1 year out whenever he got suspended, or he was already told that it was a 1 year suspension. It was an indefinite suspension. There was nothing said about it is a 1 year suspension. It was an indefinite suspension, which means it could be back whenever. It could be 2 years. It could be tomorrow. It could be exactly at the 1 year mark, but it was not exactly said it is a 1 year suspension. Plus, if you go back and look, I think it's Demetrius Taylor, and I forget the other name, but 2 of the guys that got suspended on the exact same day as Isaiah Rodgers have been reinstated now. So the argument of let's wait until June 29th whenever he got suspended is not I mean, it's not correct because you can already disprove that based on a couple of the other guys that are back. So I'm hopeful, maybe by the fact that he bet on his own team and some of the other guys did not, that might cause or carry a little extra weight. Because then in September, the NFL came back and said, well, hey, now basically made the new rule change, saying any team that or any player that bets on their own team is automatically suspended for 2 years. But again, that was after Isaiah Rodgers had already been suspended, convicted, however you want to phrase that. So it's the NFL. They can kind of try to do whatever they want to, but it would be a terrible look, first off, if they tried to about face and go, well, we implemented this policy after you got caught, and now we're going to try to hold you to a 2-year suspension. Plus, the NFLPA, I can't imagine, is going to be like, sure, yeah, just go ahead and do that to one of our players. So I'm hopeful. Maybe it's just one of those that, in the next couple weeks, I think John McMullen made a great point of saying, unless there's things that we don't know about during the suspension, I don't know exactly what that could be, if there's other bets or if he's meaning or inferring other things in general. Sure, maybe something delays this or makes it a longer point. But I don't know. It would be crazy if it takes longer because Jeffrey Lurie's comments, Howie Roseman's comments during pressers back in March, and really for the last, several, have been, we're hopeful, we expect him to get reinstated soon. So I'd have to imagine that, not only do you do your homework on the scenario and potentially how long this would take, but you're setting yourself up for success, and you're sounding like, based on the press conferences, you don't have to be that positive. You could just say like, oh yeah, we'll see how it turns out. But they're literally saying we're very hopeful. Jeffrey Lurie's comments were, we have big plans. We're excited about the potential there. It kind of seems to reason that, yeah, you're hopeful that maybe if he's back up to speed, there's no rust, things like that he can be an impact player. And I would hope so. I think so. Certainly as a kick returner. But we'll see. Calvin Ridley got 1 year. He bet on his own team. So there's that out there as a proof point. But we don't know 100% exactly what went on. Bets of $25 to $50 increments mostly. He did make an $1,000 bet on, or I guess $1,000. Yeah, I think $1,000 bet, if I'm not mistaken, on a over/under prop for Jonathan Taylor, which he won. So I don't know. It's not life-changing money, and certainly not for the amount that he was making at that time. But we'll see. Just a weird, strange situation to be in. Okay. Hunter saying, 1 a.m. I was going to say it's really late, but appreciate you hanging out, and also kudos to you, man. U.S. Air Force. You're the man. Y'all are the real heroes, so I appreciate that. Let's see. Here's some others. C. Newsom, sorry about your brother. Thanks. Yes, Mr. Carter, best team Philly's ever had, and Philly media wants to dismantle it. Most feel like that. Appreciate the birthday shout-outs to David as well. He's if he tunes in at all, or I'll at least share it with him. But that does mean a lot. Anish saying, if someone offers you something as a GM, it's your duty to listen. Doesn't mean you have to accept. That's true. Totally fair. Yeah. I'm not saying that Howie can't at least pick up the phone. You have to do your due diligence. That's a great part of being a GM. So you make a very valid point. I'm not saying you just completely say nothing, but at the same time, it better be crazy in terms of like what you're actually getting back. California Keys, appreciate that, man. The setup is fly. I think the Eagle kind of makes it for me, so I appreciate that. Took a while to find. It is in the description. I mention it just about every single show because people usually ask about it, but just be warned. It is a lot more expensive than whenever I first bought it, which I don't know if that's just inflation or people have started purchasing it since it's been in the description and it just skyrocketed the price, but a lot more expensive than whenever I paid for it. Philly Sports Hustle, why was his suspension, Isaiah Rodgers, more than the other guys? That's the question. Again, like, it's who really knows? He bet on his own team. Some of the other guys didn't. I wasn't able to find any confirmation on any of the guys who got reinstated, 2 days ago now, I believe, that actually bet on their own team. They did place bets, but that could be the difference, possibly. It's a lot of speculation, though, because there's things that seem to be kind of in between the lines or just overshadowed that we're not getting. So, I mean, I don't want to play the victim too much, because the easy thing is to be like, oh, well, it's the Eagles, so Goodell doesn't like the Eagles, or the NFL's just, handicapping the Eagles. They don't want Isaiah Rodgers to come back, whatever. I want to believe there's something else there, but I do understand it. It sometimes feels like, all right, well, great, we're going to have to face that again. Appreciate there you go, Frank. Birthday shout out to David. David is not my twin, though, by the way. Sorry, I said David, youngest brother. My twin, his name's Caleb. So, but I appreciate, shout out to Cow Pies. There you go. Not sure what Wicked's saying there. Rodgers was cleared, was to reinstate it back in February. No, he can apply for reinstatement back in February. That may be what you're saying. I just misread it, but he's not reinstated. It's just when the new league year starts, he's able to apply for reinstatement. And then it's just you wait and see. So, I mean, assuming he applied for reinstatement, I suppose he might not. I don't know why you wouldn't. There have been like a couple players, though, I believe, that have not, for some reason, just forgot to or decided, yeah, what the heck, I'm not going to. But I'm sorry, all the hype videos, everything else, if you watch Instagram, the posts from Isaiah Rodgers, everything else seems to lead me to believe that he is ready and wanting to get back. Although he deactivated his Instagram account too, so it's a whole lot of speculation. Like, what does that mean? Just like people trying to read into A.J. Brown's whenever it's, oh my gosh, he changed it to Tom Brady as his profile picture. I don't know. I'm not getting too worked up about it. Now, if we're sitting here, you would have liked for this thing to get done before the draft, because it does help you, I think, in terms of, hey, we've got a potential here. We don't know how great he's going to be. There could be some rust. He may not end up even making the roster. That's a very valid possibility, especially being out for 1 year. But I think it would help you. You say, cool, this dude can be good. If he returns to form, then it's going to be a really big boost to the roster. So maybe it changes your philosophy, but it feels like now, I mean, we're so close to the draft. If you don't have that happen, might change your draft strategy, your philosophy there. Daniel Jeremiah said that the Eagles are very likely, in his mind, trading up for a Terrion Arnold or a Quinyon Mitchell if they're available, probably in that 16-ish range. Would make a whole lot of sense. I think we'd all love to see that. I mean, again, it's the ability of a cornerback. But yeah, there's, let's see. Yeah, the mock draft from ESPN Plus. See if I can put this up here real quick so you can see it. It kind of went in hand in hand here, because Daniel Jeremiah was saying Eagles getting Quinyon Mitchell or Terrion Arnold, and then ESPN Plus comes out with a mock draft of a trade, which, again, makes total sense from a number of reasons here, because naturally, Howie Roseman loves to trade up, and if you have a guy in mind or a couple different guys, and one of those is starting to fall, you go get him. But to the point of the article here, and a number of people of different people said it, you could very easily trade where the Seahawks get the 22nd pick and they get the Eagles' second round pick, number 53, and then you just swap. You take this, you take Seattle 16, so you move up, but then you still at least get a third back. That makes a whole lot of sense to me, because we've talked about it, I think, a lot on the live shows. Thomas and I have debated it in our own shows as well. But the fact that you don't have a third round pick because of, yes, we'll mention it, the Kenny Pickett trade and everything there, you get a third round pick. So then all of a sudden the Eagles have first, they have a second, they have a third, and now you don't have to wait in between those. Regardless, it feels like you're going to probably either trade back or somehow work a way out to get into the third round. So it'd make a lot of sense, and especially if a Terrion Arnold or a Quinyon Mitchell is there. I would absolutely love that scenario on draft night. I don't know. To me, You can still use 50 if you want that for Edgerrin Cooper, if he somehow is still available. We'll see. We may try to play this thing out here in a little bit on the mock draft. So stay tuned. We'll get there. Anish says, if New England offered 3, and sorry, I'm going to get to these comments. I've been off on a tangent, but if New England offered number 3 overall for AJ, are you saying no? That is a... Sorry, I'm just making sure too on some of these. Yeah, don't spam the comments. Say, I'm going to try to get to them. I'll take a little while. Hold on. But yes, to answer your question, if it's number 3 overall, yes, I will trade. And maybe people are going to be against this. Why do we play this hypothetical game though? Because this gets me in trouble, or these are just like loaded questions, quite honestly. But yeah, if someone says number 3 overall pick for A.J. Brown, yes, you can go ahead and have A.J. Brown. I'll take number 3 overall. You draft Marvin Harrison Jr., Roma Dunze, you could trade back, still draft a solid receiver. Yes, number 3 overall, sure. But again, these are hypotheticals, which become to get so polarizing. So I appreciate the question, Anish, but good gosh. On a Friday night, come on. Yes. Frank saying it's your twins. No, it's not. No, it's not my twin's birthday. I think there's too much confusion here. I mentioned a lot of names and I have a lot of brothers. No, it's my youngest brother's David's birthday. It's not my twin's birthday. And yes, therefore, that would be mine, obviously, if it was his. Dose Bros. Honest thoughts, what team do you think will draft J.J. McCarthy? Man, that's a good question. I feel like maybe Minnesota. I don't know. I'm curious to see if he makes it outside of the top 10 or if he goes before that. But Minnesota, I could certainly see. I mean, you know, he's a Michigan guy. You're right there close. Minnesota, just kind of the same type of area. You need a quarterback. There's been a couple different mock drafts that have kind of suggested that as well. So I'd probably, if I got to take one team in general, I'd probably say the Vikings. Going with J.J. McCarthy. David Ertz, how's it going, man? I'm well. Thanks for asking. Family's doing well. They're great. All good. And yes, Anish says there's a new thing about gambling on your own team. Debona had an explanation about, yes, that's the 2-year suspension. But that was after Isaiah Rodgers had gambled. He got suspended June 29th, and then September is whenever they released that. So, all right, let me get to some of the other. Carlos is saying how frustrating it is to say we lost our 3rd-round pick for Kenny Pickett. Yes, but you can never have too many quarterbacks, as we know. We had some takes on this Friday night. Yes, C. Newsom, please let's stop talking about AJ trades, stupid media, not happening. Come on. They're just set up questions, though, is what happens as soon as people start putting them out here. Nathan saying they wouldn't have to reject offers for AJ if they didn't dump the Reddick pick. I suppose. It's an interesting take. Reese's Buff, what's up? I like this question. Do you think the Eagles draft corner in the 1st round? Yes. Hopefully. Yes, I do hope so. Quinyon Mitchell's my favorite. Never changing. Nothing's going to get me off of Quinyon Mitchell is the best target cornerback-wise for me. I totally understand if you want to say Terrion Arnold. I won't say you're crazy. It makes a lot of sense. Tons of potential. Better talent that he faced. I won't argue that. But scheme fit, system fit, what the dude brings, athleticism, Quinyon Mitchell for me. Let's see. Where was this other one? Oh, Davey. Appreciate the happy birthday to David. Yes, but again, David is my youngest brother, not my twin. My twin is Caleb. But yes, I appreciate the shout out to him. Austin Harris, what's up? Yes, happy to make it for live. You're great. Always look forward to your vids. I appreciate that, man. Hopefully you got in on the Devontae Smith jersey giveaway. Again, I'm going to do that. We've been going for about 30 minutes-ish so far. We'll give it maybe another 15 minutes or so, 20 minutes. And then we're going to spin the wheel. So if you've not gotten in on the Devontae Smith jersey giveaway, it is link in the description. Click on that link. Takes you to the other video. Quickly type in Slim Reaper in the comments section. And then come on back. We're going to spin in like 20 minutes. Nathan, would you trade your mama for a conditional third in 2026? Bro, come on. These questions. I can tell it's a Friday. Some people are drinking. Some people are happy. That's great. But for real? Come on. Everyone better be saying no, quite honestly. It should be an obvious question. Ryan, howdy. What's up, man? Let's see. Let me get to, I think I saw a super chat here. Justin, appreciate the 5 bomb. Says, who's your favorite potential wide receiver 3 in the draft? I love Roman Wilson. Yes, I'm a Michigan fan. All right. I don't hate it. I mean, for the Eagles, wide receiver 3, and I would say, realistically, because I've gotten into this whole talk of like, and there's even been mock drafts recently of, Eagles draft a receiver in the first round. That's to me, that's crazy. It would be a wasted pick. We can go down the whole line of thinking there, but I think that most people are on that line of thinking. Again, there's some mock drafts that say take a receiver first. Second round seems a little bit more realistic depending on who's available and falls back there. But if I'm going for wide receiver 3, a guy who can make an impact coming in day one, a really solid route runner, you don't have to worry about really a lot of weaknesses in his game, especially as a rookie coming in, going to play hard, is Ricky Pearsall. Like that's my favorite. Now, again, like I don't even know if he makes it to 50 or 53. He could legit be early second round. I've seen a few that have mock draft like very late first round. Probably a little early, but could. But I think, if I got to pick favorite realistic or semi-realistic, because we're not trying to draft in the first round, I got to go with Ricky Pearsall. If he somehow is available there at second round, if you can get Edgerrin Cooper first, that would set up beautifully. But again, you also can wait. You could certainly go back if you trade, get a third round pick, get someone later in the draft. I think next for me is Malachi Corley. Love the Yak King is possibly who I'd go with. But I could throw in, and again, Roman Wilson's a great pick. It just depends on where that falls and how quickly you want to make that selection. Because to me, it's like you for sure, I would say you at least got to pick. In my mind, I think you have to take 2 players, 2 different positions before I feel comfortable taking a receiver, if that makes sense. I could be wrong. If the right player's available and they somehow fall, yes, I'm subscribed to the notion of taking best player available, but it would just feel kind of crazy if we're taking a different position that early. I don't know. Frank from Philly says, Josh, some people in these comments are hilarious. You got some wild followers. I appreciate everybody. And the Friday night hangouts are definitely a little bit wilder. So, you know what? Whatever you guys are drinking, this is non-alcoholic. So I'm not exactly there. But hopefully you're having a great night, set for a really good weekend before the draft. We're literally, this would be a week from now. It's going to be night 2. We're live streaming, me and Thomas. It's going to be awesome. C. Newsom. Yeah, I'll work on that. List of your brothers, their ages, maybe some pics. Yeah, let's just move on. How about that? Austin's asking about the video. What video for the Devontae Smith? It's in the description. In this live stream here, in the description, there's a link there. Nate's asking kid sizes on the jersey. Sure, it'll be any jersey. If you win it, any jersey. It can be whatever you want. Kelly green, midnight green, black, whatever size. I will not make any, any restraints to it, I suppose. So, good luck to you. Just go in there, type in Slim Reaper, then you're good. Austin's already jumped on that. There you go. Hopefully you win. I will say this is the most amount of comments I've ever gotten on a jersey giveaway video before. So we're going to see whenever we get this spinner wheel going. But I'm pretty sure that there's something like 1,000. There might even be more than 1,000 comments for the Smitty jersey. So good luck to everybody. It's going to be a little bit... your chances are maybe not as great as some of the other giveaways that we've had. Let's just say that. Ryan said caught some flack on X today. I said I would not trade. Oh, there you go. I said I would not trade AJ for the first 10 picks. I also said it would be the biggest mistake the organization can make. Was I delusional or no? I mean, here we go again. We're going to keep on the AJ trade talk, but I can totally understand it and appreciate it. I would just argue like value-wise, and this is me trying to like set aside fandom versus being a good, solid GM and just looking at it as a business sense. And I know that's a double standard because I can get on here all the time and be like so ingrained in, yes, that player is an Eagle, they're Philly, they have the vibes, all the other stuff. But I mean, if logically I'm going to look at it and someone offered you a top 3, top 5 pick, I don't know how you say no to that for AJ. As great as he is, I don't know. Certainly top 3. Just the value that you can get alone if you take that, and then even if you wanted to trade back, like I said, you could get an absolute haul for the 3rd pick because you got a quarterback available. Or yeah, if you want to take a receiver, you could certainly take Marvin Harrison Jr. You take Rome Odunze. You could take Malik Neighbors if you like him. But I think it's just the value. But no, I can respect the decision. Again, like what he brings, what he provides. In the immediate impact too, I mean, any rookie you draft, I don't think anyone's going to disagree. Any rookie you draft is not going to be better than A.J. Brown in year 1. Probably not better than A.J. Brown in year 2, maybe even year 3. But I think it's just more of the ultimate value down the line that I guess is the alternative or the counter argument to that. Nathan says, trade them Matt Patricia. Kenneth, Josh, let's see. Kenneth says, Josh, cook up a mock draft, I beg. We will. Yes, we absolutely will. Got to give away this Devontae jersey, I think. I'm going to do that first, and then we'll move on to some draft talk and mock draft. Philly drinking non-alcoholic beer is depressing. It's a vibe. Juice, I appreciate that very much. See your comment there. Appreciate all the support. EL commented Slim Reaper here. That's not where it works. If you go down to the link in the description, there's another deal. It says Devontae Smith. It's like the 3rd deal. It's like below the subscribe and the become a member. It's like right there. It's, I think, get in on the Devontae Smith giveaway is what it's phrased as. And then it has the link to the video. Click that, then type in Slim Reaper over there. Austin, careful what you would trade for Marvin Harrison. Come on. Shout out. Hey, EL, though. You just became a member. Let's go. Let's see. Let me check. It doesn't ever show me on the stream here. But let me check and make sure. What tier? Let's run it tier. Heck yeah. Appreciate the membership. You got access to the emojis, by the way. So if you want to use those, more than welcome. Also entries into the game ticket giveaways. So again, just as a reminder, any member gets automatic entries to the ticket giveaways that we give during the season. So the longer that you've been a member, the more entries you acquire because it's every single month. I track it for the members. And then once we have the ticket giveaways, we spin for those during the live streams. So during the season, it'll definitely benefit and, hopefully pay off for you. Hopefully you win one of those. But appreciate the support. Okay, this one actually, Frank, I don't know that I've seen that before, but that's a pretty good take. He says, look, y'all need to treat the AJ rumors like the movie Frozen and just let it go, let it go. Okay, so I have a 2-year-old daughter, and that is literally on repeat in this household. So you saying that kind of gives me like some, PTSD, a little anxiety right there, but it's it's totally true. I can see that. Yes, let's just move on from the AJ. Austin, dude, appreciate the 5. Says, what's the biggest correction you want to see in this year's Eagles from last year's unhappy ending? Fly Eagles fly from out here in Utah. Dude, appreciate where in Utah? Curious, by the way. We love Park City. We've gone there multiple times for skiing. Awesome skiing area. I'm not familiar or not very familiar with Utah geography, but kind of just based on that. So just curious. But yeah, good question. Biggest correction in this year's Eagles from last year. There's a lot. Gosh, there's a lot of areas to pick from, quite honestly. I think I would have to say probably the man. That's a really great question because on one hand I want to go, well, okay, the offense for sure needs to be better, more creative, and everything else. But then defensively, it was so bad too. I would probably lean towards offense, though. I mean, with all the weapons that we have, the team is already. I mean, how far we go, yes, we need a defense. I'm not saying you can win without any defense, but how far the Eagles go is going to be predicated on the offense, in my opinion. So I would say we need a much bigger correction in the sense of help Jalen with the blitz, have hot routes, use motion, have creativity, something that the defense can't just easily game plan for or be like, well, there's the same basic look because they're going to run shotgun 91% of the time. Like, change some things up, which we should get. And that's what I'm hopeful for in Kellen Moore because I think that will help Jalen take the next step as well because, then he'll maybe be up at the line, making adjustments, calling audibles, seeing the blitz, making a different adjustment, another hot read on that side. I think that's probably the biggest. Yet again, I'm not going to deny if you want to make a case or anybody in the comments makes the case for defense and any sort of semblance of cover the middle of the field because the number of times during the streams and everything else was unending and quite honestly just torture, really. Certainly the last 7 games of the season. So, but yeah, I think I would lean towards probably just that adjustment from the offense. I got so sick and tired of basic plays and screen passes all the time. So maybe we see that adjustment. Let's go. Hey, another 5. Green Wingman. Appreciate it. Says, do you feel the Eagles will lean more into drafting a cornerback in the first round with the failure of Isaiah Rodgers' reinstatement? Yeah, that's a really good question, too. And I talked about it on the video earlier today. And I do. I think that there's a little bit more. Now, I will say this, the full disclosure. Me saying that they're a little bit more is not like a drastic, oh my gosh, Isaiah Rodgers is not going to be here. We were really thinking about an offensive tackle or we were really thinking about, I don't think it's that much of an about face, but if Howie was sitting there, because the odds, I mean, again, I know that this is not everything, but the odds as far as DraftKings, and I think BetMGM had the same one, was cornerback and offensive lineman are the same likelihood, plus 140. So it's really close, and I believe that this could possibly tip the scales in the sense of if Howie is sitting there at 22, you get to about 16 where Seattle's picking, and you got a guy, let's say a tackle that you like, or you have a corner that you like. And I'm just going to throw 2 names out there. You can argue who you like better. I'm not saying that for this case. I'm just using these as an example. Let's say Quinyon Mitchell is still available, and let's say Troy Fautanu is available. I think both of those players are probably very high on the Eagles list because certainly Terry and Arnold. Quinyon Mitchell, he didn't get a visit for the top 30, but I don't know if he needed to. But either way, you could say Terry and Arnold, you could say Quinyon Mitchell, either one. But if it's like a 50-50 decision, I wouldn't doubt that it's a very small factor. But again, at the same time, I think it's a natural point of any good, solid GM, certainly that Howie is. You're not going to put all your eggs in one basket and say, oh, Isaiah Rodgers is the savior to the cornerback position and the secondary and everything else. I think even if Isaiah Rodgers was reinstated, you're still going out and drafting a corner. But to your question and kind of the point that I'm making there, first round, I think a little bit, a very slight edge on saying, okay, we might be down a potential contributor that we thought we had. So if the right guy falls, if it's a Quinyon Mitchell, Terrion Arnold, I think it's an automatic. Now, if you don't get one of those guys, I don't know, would Howie draft a Wiggins? Would he draft a Kool-Aid McKinstry? They brought him on a visit. Cooper DeJean. He's the weapon. You can kind of use him in a bunch of different spots. Maybe. But that's the exciting part for me is because I think that the draft gets real probably right around 12. Once we get to 12, I think you could start seeing, all right, the odds of Howie moving up are going to get more and more likely, especially if the right guys fall, like I was saying. So it'll be fun. Juice, no, I did not like the 20 wide receiver screens that we were doing. That was, it was torture. I mean, I don't know what else to call it. Like, Brian Johnson was either the worst. Some people, are saying that. Johnny Gray. But it could have been Sirianni, and that's the question. Like once BJ gets another offensive coordinator position, because I'm sure he probably will, then it'll determine, like, where is he at? Was it his decision? Was it Nick's? Austin, okay, St. George, close to Grand Canyon and Zion. Sweet. We did go to Zion. What is it? Is it the Shallows? Is that, what is it called? Like walking through the river? I'm going to be terrible. We did it for a bachelor trip for one of my brothers. So, but we went out to Zion. Unbelievable. And the Hell's Gate. I'm terrible at remember what the names of these are, but yeah, the different parts of the park that we went to was awesome. All right, let me make sure, try to get caught up, because again, I know I go off on a tangent and I missed some of the comments. Question of, are we going to be, let's see, we're going to be doing the Smitty. Yes, Smitty giveaway will be here in just a second. Any last bit? Let's give it maybe 5 more minutes. How about that? Last entries. Anyone who wants the Devontae Smith jersey, a chance for a Devontae Smith jersey, go and type in the Narrows. That's it, not the Shallows. Is the Shallows like a movie or something? The Narrows. That's it. Heck yeah. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, we only went one time. It was a blast. Definitely tiring after like 10 miles of walking or whatever we did. But yeah, so Devontae Smith, link is in the description. Video there. It says get in on the Devontae Smith giveaway. Click that. Type in Slim Reaper. You got like 5 minutes tops, and then we're gonna do the drawing. 26 Sports says Philly needs to draft Stiggers. I like Quantez Stiggers. Could be like 5th round, 6th round maybe. Andrews wanted Mitchell from day one. Yes, I remember that. Like you were literally the first one. I think, how early was that? Was that like November? Was it even earlier than that? It was crazy early, because I was like, man, you're on it for draft talk during the season. But yes, kudos to you. You were calling it from forever. I hope you're right. It says Quinyon Mitchell will be an Eagle. Mark my words. Lionel Garcia watching from Texas. Let's go. What part of Texas? Got to know. We got to stick together. And screw the Cowgirls. Okay. The Shallows is in Lake Erie. Interesting. No, Mr. Casino. No, the Slim Reaper comment does not work on this video. It's the other one in the description. You got like 1 minute, I think. Oh, Seminole, Texas. All right, there you go. I'm in Dallas, so still stick together. Go Birds. All right, let me get this spinner set up here, because we're gonna give away this jersey. And good luck to everybody. Hopefully someone's actually on the stream that wins it, but the odds are that they're not, because There's gonna be a million comments here of people that are in the jersey giveaway. But if you're not and you're watching this back, no worries, you will win it. I'm gonna post it to the community page too. So you have a picture. They'll have a week to claim it. If they don't, as always, you guys know. All right, let's see here. While I'm doing that, I think I see Frank. Yeah, SeatGeek putting the tickets up for sale. I'm not actually sure, quite honestly. My guess would be, could be totally wrong. My guess would be whenever the schedule gets released, because we don't actually know when those games will be. But that's again just my total guess and assumption. All right, we're getting the comments here. All right, let's see how many there are. It's taking a lot longer for this thing to generate them, so that means there's quite a bit. Wow. Okay. So it's official. There are 1,267 comments for Slim Reaper. Ryan, yeah, hopefully you can convert her to the birds. I saw that comment. Okay. Got all the comments. We'll share the screen. Again, good luck to everybody. This is for any Smitty jersey that you want. As soon as you... I think I got one more. Make sure and add that one. Again, if you're watching this back and you didn't get on the giveaway, we do tons of these. So it won't be the last jersey giveaway. Won't be the last Friday night hangout giveaway or anything like that. But we are going to put this up on the screen. And it's pretty ugly, quite honestly. There's other ones that we've used in the past. But this makes my life a whole lot easier because I used to manually go in there and do it. And, the world of automation and everything else. So, all right. Good luck to the 1,267 of y'all. Here we go. Who will it be? It is... Wow. Okay. Well, I can't actually say that, but they did win. I'm going to get that off the screen so it's not on there, but Go F Yourself 120. Of all people to win, are you kidding me? Come on. That's got to be the username. That's... I mean, I don't know. That just... Okay. You got to be kidding. Of all people to win the giveaway, this can't be the actual... Wow, it really is. It's legit. I was going to say, maybe that's just their not their actual page name, because some people have the different @ but it is. Okay. Well... Congrats. I'm not going to say that name. Oh my gosh. Eric McLeod says an extremely funny way for me to join the live chat. Bro, man. Yeah, I'm gonna go back and make sure. Ask and make sure that he's an Eagles fan. All right, we'll do some investigating on that. Y'all know if they're not, we'll do another spin for that. If they're not, but they will have a week. I didn't say you can't have obscenities or vulgar language in your username. So congrats to that person, I suppose, if they're legit. They might not be though. Again, so if they're not, we will spin next week, or they'll have a week to claim it. So that's unreal. Reese's Buff said I got to add during the spin and click back and saw the username. You can't make that up, quite honestly. Oh, man. Tanner says, not even upset. It wasn't me, just because the dude's name. He deserves it. Dylan saying, I'd give that person a jersey just for his name. JK, that's hilarious. Nathan, what's in a name? I like that. Okay, well, good point. Lesson learned. I'm literally going to have to, I'll figure it out. I'm going to have to, blur that out or something. I want to post a picture of that on the community page and say, congrats, go F yourself, you won. Okay, cool. That's wild. Not what I expected. Anyway, all right, back to some draft talk. Eagles moves, potentials, everything else. It's obviously the Friday night hangout, which means mock draft. And we might even get a couple in here. So if you want to hang out and do a mock draft, let's get into it. As always, I'll try to, we have Q&A and other stuff during the draft itself, but let's take a look at the potential that Daniel Jeremiah Lionel says your face. Well, yeah, because I didn't expect. I was like, are you serious? Of all the names, that's the one that it had to be. I mean, I should have just expected it, I suppose, because there's just crazies out there. But yeah, true. Frank says probably some 12-year-old kid. We'll see. There have been, I would say, out of the jersey giveaways that I've done, and I think I don't know, there's been 20, 30 that I've had. Disappointment was real. There's only been one time that someone's not actually gotten back to me and claimed the jersey, which we've come back and drawn for. So there is a chance for those of you. All right. 6 rounds. We'll keep it slow to begin with. But let's see about the potential for what was I saying? Yeah, potential for the 16th pick, right? Because that was the projected mock trade, everything like that. I'm just curious, what would be available, and then where would you go from there? So we'll have a back and forth on the chat and everything else, but let's see. All right, and let me actually make sure to share the screen. That probably would help so you guys can see it. All right. We zoom in a little bit as well. Usually that's an issue for the visually impaired, or if you're on a smartphone, screen's not that big. Okay, I think that should probably work. I'll move it around if I need to, but all right. Here we go. First mock draft. Christine says we need a cornerback and a few defensive guys. Yes, we do. That is my thinking as well. So I'm going to start the draft. We're going to pause this regardless at 16, and I'm going to try to make the trade that they somehow selected. Tracy says there was a mock with, really? Man. A mock with 2 corners in the second. That's kind of wild. All right, there's Terry and Arnold, Fuaga, J.C. Latham, Cooper DeJean right before. Okay, so 16. We'll trade up here. Let me make sure and put the super chat that I think I missed one. Oh, Justin, appreciate the 5, dude. Says, love the disappointment in your face and voice when the name popped up, but who are your top safety options in the draft? Yeah, I've kind of looked at a few safeties, but quite honestly, I don't know if I've got a whole lot of, it's certainly early on safeties because Sidney Brown and his progression, like, I thought it was going to be October. I think that was the initial report, but the way that he looks and that he's attacking the rehab, everything else, he said he should be available right by the start of the regular season. Yeah, you need some depth, so you might sign someone, you could draft someone, but I can't imagine that it's going to be someone very early unless it's Cooper DeJean. So, like, I know you could play him corner or safety, but for me, I'd probably go with he's the top option there if you're going to go that route because of the versatility. Otherwise, you got C.J. Gardner-Johnson, Sidney Brown, Reed Blankenship. There's 3 on that side. I don't know. Javon Bullard, Georgia, makes a lot of sense. Howie likes those guys anyway, so you could throw that one out there. But I don't know. I've gone back and forth. There's not a lot. Tyler Nubin is obviously one that you could throw out there. If you were in a draft, feels like he'd be the first one off the board. But yeah, I don't know. There's been very little. I will say this: there have not been. There's double negative. There's not been none. There's been very little mock drafts that I've done of taking a safety. But if you're gonna take someone really early, I'd probably say Tyler Nubin and then work it out after that. But yeah, safety wise, I don't know that I go that direction. Let's see if we can get this trade to happen though, because I want to just play out this hypothetical scenario from what the ESPN Plus had mock draft, and they said 16 and 81 for the Eagles, 22 and 53. That's a trade that they say will be accepted. So we're not going to try to maximize value or anything. This is the trade that they projected or that they said should happen. So let's just go with that. And then curious, we'll see what y'all's thoughts are on who we should draft and who's available. All right, let me try to make sure you guys can see. Can we see some of the names? Maybe I'll back out just a little bit. I want to make sure you can see as many names as possible on this. All right. There you go. That's pretty solid. I'll move down. Nate Wiggins is down here further. Kool-Aid McKinstry, Jackson Powers Johnson. And then, some of them up higher. Leitu Latu, Jerzon Newton, Byron Murphy, Troy Fatanu. Dallas Turner is still available. Jared Verse. You got some options. Let me know your preferences, where we're at. Who would you go with? I was curious if we'd get a cornerback, but at this point, you trade up. Makes a lot of sense for who's available. Go with an edge. You could take Troy Fatanu if you really want offensive line, or Amarius Mims, I suppose. But you really got Dallas Turner or Leitu Latu kind of are the ones to me. But let me hear it in the chat. Also, let me get this super chat here as well. Jacob, appreciate the 5, says we're still on my reaction for the win. That was definitely rigged, but to be honest, it's just for you being so shocked from that username. Fly Eagles Fly from Oklahoma. Appreciate it, dude. Where in Oklahoma? I'm curious. We've taken a couple trips up there and drive through it a decent amount. But I appreciate that you got a kick out of the reaction. I just, again, never. I was thinking it'd be like, if Go Birds 215 or something. Like, just give me something. But really, I gotta be like, I gotta censor this for someone that just won the Smitty giveaway. Like, I was really hyped to give this thing away, and that was kind of a buzzkill, not gonna lie. Still, congrats to Go F Yourself, whatever the number was. I'm sure you're probably a decent dude, but oh well. All right, let me get to some of these other chats, though. Let's see. Latu, there's Turner. Latu. Jeremiah Butler, you can take Derek Barnett. Latu, there's Mims, Fatanu, knowing Howie. Never tell me the odds. For the Han Solo comment, Nathan. That's pretty good. Latu and Carter. Yeah, Jalen Carter with the combination there. Dallas Turner. The pick is Turner. I agree. Ramon, I agree with you. Yes. The Sidney Brown finna go off. Yeah. Appreciate it, Austin. Yeah. Thanks for hanging out, dude. Have a great Friday night and great weekend. All right. Feels like Latu is the consensus. Normally I'd just kind of go ahead and make this pick, but let me throw out a poll just to double check. On this one, only because who should we take here? Dallas Turner or Latu? There's really only two options. So apologize if you don't want either of those. Sorry, let me get back to. There you go. For those that are in the channel, though, the poll is up now. Now you can answer that. Who would you go with? All right, it's Dallas Turner in the lead to start out, 64% to 36%. Is this going to be a runaway or is this closer than we thought? Frank. Fatanu. Good Lord, I had to look at that name too much to spell it. Yeah, there's some definite names out there that are hard. What about the, what's this while we're waiting on the poll? The Yale tackle? What's his name? I can never say it. Here, let me just pull it up. Yeah. I think it Amagaji, but for the longest time I was saying Amagadije. Yeah, there's quite a bit. Kieran's okay. I could say Kieran. Amagaji, I believe, is how I could still be mispronouncing. There's always those few names in the draft, but this is going to be close. 53% Dallas Turner, 47% Latu. Let's see. Frank, I'm glad that you're getting a kick out of it. From Marlow, small town, only an hour south of OKC. Okay. I can't say that I've heard. I'm sorry you had to come up here. Broken Bow's nice, isn't it? And I got to come up there for WinStar because I can't do that here. So there's a few perks, I suppose. Yeah, Derek Coleman, the medical on Latu is not worth the gamble. That is where, it actually switched now. 51% Latu, 49% Dallas Turner. I'm going to give it like one more minute, and then we're going to end it. Whoever. Vitaly, who won the Devontae Smith jersey? I hate to even say it. Yes, like Christine said, it would be offensive to tell you. Let's just say it's a username that I am very disappointed actually won it. But we'll see if they respond. It might be someone who's not very responsive, and I will make attempts. No worry, I will make attempts to that person. They will get a fair shake. But if it doesn't happen, then I won't be the most upset that we give this away to somebody else. But I appreciate all the supporters, including what's your face. All right. Where are we at? Wow, 51% now Dallas Turner. It continues to move. Andrew saying the medical reason to not draft Latu is idiotic. He played 2 clean seasons and had double-digit sacks. Tracy's letting, thank you, Tracy. That's not a joke, by the way, too, Vitali, if you're wondering, like, that's legit. But that's not me, like, actually telling you to go after yourself. That's the username. Otherwise, that comment would get deleted because we're not going to have that kind of talk in this chat. Okay, so we're going to end this. It's Dallas Turner. 53%. Let's see. Yep, 52%. All right, get back to the mock draft here. Dallas Turner. That's a solid pick. I can understand the argument for Latu. I can understand the argument for Dallas Turner. But we're going to go with the 52%. Take Dallas Turner here. Now wait to 50. I'm going to speed this up just a little bit. We're not going to go on the slowest setting. Byron Murphy, 18. Troy Fatanu. Jerzon Newton and Marius Mims. Seattle got our pick and swapped with us there. Jared Verse at 25. Tyler Guyton, 30. Chop Robinson to the Chiefs at 32. I feel like they'd go wide receiver or offensive line, but maybe not. Lad McConkey, 43. Roman Wilson, 45. Justin's dude. Kieran Amagaji. See, I can't really say that, but thank you, Andrew. I appreciate that. We're trying to keep it on the rails, but okay. So we're up at 50. Got some options here. Jatavian Sanders, Ricky Pearsall, who I love. Other defensive options, if we keep going down here, obviously Edgerrin Cooper, Jonah Ellis, Malachi Corley, Marshawn Nealand. We're getting much further down here, probably too far as pick 50, but still, just to give you some extra names. We already got our edge. If you want to go defense, it feels like linebacker or corner. Frank saying trade back. Not the worst option. Yeah, no, I see. I liked the joke there, what Tracy was saying, but yeah, we just gotta be. I can appreciate the comedic humor on that side, but you just gotta be careful for someone who's just joining the chat. It's like, who won, and then they get to go F yourself. Like, what? Hang on, what did I miss? Yeah, Ryan says take Edgerrin, then best cornerback available. I've got, that's what I'm with. There's some, C. Hayes says get Pearsall. Andrew wants me to go draft another edge, and this one plays off ball. All right. I get what you're doing there. Okay, I'm going to do this because I've had some people that mentioned, let me remove there, okay. We're going to take Edgerrin Cooper because it's a no-brainer in my mind. Every single time, Edgerrin Cooper's got to be taken. But then we're going to do one more mock draft after this, and we're going to intentionally, I don't care where he falls, well, within reason, but I don't care where he falls, we're not going to take Edgerrin Cooper just for once, because I got a couple comments of someone saying, please, will you not take Edgerrin Cooper? I'm just curious how your draft would end up without him. So I will do that to appease a couple comments that I got there. Not on this one, though. This one, we're getting my guy. We traded. We got Dallas Turner. We're going to get Edgerrin Cooper. To the point, BA said it's a need. I like Max Melton, just not here. Adrian Cooper. I like it. Defense is getting shored up. That's for sure. All right. And we pick at 81. So we can get a corner here. See who's still available at that point. But Pearsall goes 64. That's a steal. The Chiefs ended up getting their guy at 64. If Pearsall is off the board there, I mean, my gosh. Johnny Wilson, 79. Trey Benson, 2 Florida State guys right back to back. I may have missed this comment timing-wise, Frank, but are you saying not that early for Adrian Cooper, or was that for Max Melton? Because I mentioned Melton, and we had a couple other comments about Melton. I don't mind the trade back and get him there. Okay, 81 on the clock. What are our options here? Take a look at corner. If you want to stay defense, Kyrie Jackson, Renardo Green, Kalen Carson. Oh, Cooper? Yeah, but here's the thing is you could get Cooper on the mock draft, but like in real life, there's just no way. Is Adrian Cooper going at 57 or 58? I've got to think he's going earlier than 50. Like, I don't even know how realistic the mock draft is every single time that I do it because he's available at 50 and I just have to go ahead and take him. Maybe I'm wrong and he goes later than that, but I guess you're right, though. Technically, if I wanted to maximize this mock draft in this hypothetical here, I could probably take advantage of that. Move back a few spots. Yeah, where did Max Melton go? Buffalo? Yeah. I mean, I knew he wasn't going to make it to 81, but I'm kind of thinking Renardo Green. I mean, Kyrie Jackson's a good option here, too. Let's just see, in case you don't want to go corner. Ooh, Kalen Bullock, though. Was asked earlier about which safety. Yeah, Andrew says Colson fell. Yeah, but we got our linebacker, but that's true. He fell quite a bit. Kalen Bullock could be some potential there. Yeah, I think the option to me is either getting Kalen Bullock or going with a corner, Renardo Green, Kyrie Jackson, or surely you don't go running back here, do you? Do you like the option of running back? Frank says Jackson's got to be the pick. A lot of different takes on this one. Jackson, Trotter, Bullock. Andrew says, I'm an SC fan, trust me. Check wide receiver. C. Hayes is asking to check wide receiver. All right, we'll look at it. Let's see. Jalen McMillan. Blake Washington. Anaya Smith is later. Brennan Rice. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm going to Frank B30 says poll time. Don't call me Shirley. Andrew, in a good mood tonight, I could tell. Okay, I'm taking Kalen Bullock. That's who we're going to go with. All right. We're not going to take too long because, again, we'll do another mock after this one. So let's see where this one ends up. I'm going to speed it up a little bit more. Jeremiah Trotter Jr. goes to the Chiefs. They got a couple picks. Ricky Pearsall, Jeremiah Trotter Jr. What was the first round again? Gosh, I'm drawing a blank. Anaya Smith, 116. Okay. So at 120. Ooh, Audric Estime or Braylon Allen. You could take a running back here. We don't need a safety. We already got that covered. Isaiah Davis. Brendan Rice, if you want a receiver. Offensive line. We're not in the best shape because we've gone so defense. But Trevor Keegan. Zach Zenter is still available. It's amazing how far they have Zach Zenter on PFF, where he goes in the mock drafts, but also just ranking, like 163, and it's for pick 120. You can get him at 161. Yeah, I agree. You definitely have to go offense on this. So, by the way, if you hear a little bit of background noise, don't worry. It's all fine. We got a lot of kids in the house with family over and stuff, so it's not my wife all by herself. Trust me, I've got a ability to check in case she needs help. So I know I'm going to probably get those comments, but we're all good. Let's see. For sure you got to go offense. And again, like, we don't want to force it. If I'm thinking best player available, I don't know. I like Brendan Rice, but I think it's either go receiver or go running back. The Eagles apparently have a good bit of interest in Audric Estime as well. Tracy asking about tight end. I can show who's there. Theo Johnson, Jaheim Bell, Dan Holker. Yeah. I'm going to go... I'm gonna wait on running back. Seeing some comments for Rice. Yeah, I think that's where I'm leaning. I think that's what I got to do. Kellen Moore's offense, pass heavy, get a solid third option. That's true. Yes, I understand, Ryan. Yeah, it's a good point. His top 30 visit was canceled. So, is it the most realistic? Who knows? If we're at this point, probably Audric Estime is more realistic based on there. But that's fair. But that's why it's our draft. You know, hey, if Brendan Rice didn't want to, too bad. We're getting Brendan Rice. I like his ability, but I'm sure a lot of people do as well. But again, is it the most realistic? Who knows? Okay, 161, 172. Or 171, 172, and then 210. I'm going to speed it up a little bit further. Okay, because you got your tight end option here if you want it, or you've got your guard. I'm just going to say this right now. To me, it's an automatic taking Zach Zenter. I know that we don't have our tackle established, and there are some other potential options, but that feels like a steal at 161, Zach Zenter. Jaheim Bell's a playmaker. Jim Nagy loves him. Jeremiah Butler, you never know. Brendan Rice could be just like his father, bro. If Brendan Rice is like his father, my gosh. We need, if he's 50% of his father, he's our wide receiver 3. Like we don't need much. It doesn't take much to get past Quez levels, but Frank asking, this the first mock draft tonight? Yes, it is. This is the first one. We'll for sure do another one right after this. So stay tuned. I'm thinking going Zenter. Although Frank's saying look at Dallas G's eventual replacement. It's a fair point. Kramer says, I just joined. Don't tell me you took Cooper again. I did, but the next one I won't. I promise. I got a number of comments of people saying, don't take Edgerrin Cooper. For one draft, we will not do an Edgerrin Cooper, regardless of where that's at. I understand, yep. Steen is probably going to start. He's going to get the first crack at right guard. But Zenter falling, maybe because of the injury, you take some value. Regardless of who you pick here, I mean, I don't think that you go into it saying, hey, this person is going to... The hope is, yes, but you taking a 5th-round pick, I don't necessarily know that it says, hey, this guy's going to end up, playing a ton of snaps. So, we'll see. I'm taking Zenter. Yes, Andrew, that's a good point. Again, we met with Jaheim Bell, Zoom call. Met with Jatavian Sanders, Zoom call. Both of those from, I think Andrew DeCecco had reported that first. But a lot to like. I can understand. I'm just going Zenter because O-line depth, what he can provide. Now let's see who we get. 171, 172. King Vlad asking who we took first. Dallas Turner at 16. He had fallen there, and we traded up to get him. Okay, 171 and 172. Lots of linebackers. Some tackles. We don't have a running back here either, which I had a question of Cody Schrader, and he is still there. Ryan, Kamara time. Yeah, did Kamara, is he there still? Did he get taken? He might have gotten taken. Yeah, yep. I think he did. Where did he go? He was probably significantly earlier because he's what, ranked like 130-ish? Oh, wait, there he is. Yeah. 141. To Carolina. Okay. Who do we go with here? I mean, I know that there's a lot of... Yeah, you could say there's value. I mean... We just took our receiver, though. Kalen King, you want another cornerback? Frank saying 90 catches, 1,200 yards for Brendan Rice. Yeah, I think we're going to go corner. At least with one. We've got 171, 172, back to back. So we at least got to take one corner. Kalen King, perhaps. Keeping it local. All right, we're going to take him. Kalen King, one more pick until 210. Kind of thinking running back. Fill that void. Kai, defensive interior. We can look at that. Gabe Hall. There's my guy. Good old Baylor. Yeah, I think running back, Schrader, Vidal, Guarindo. Eagles fans saying we have Gainwell, true, but we don't have the other running back backup. I mean, we've got Ty Davis Price and some other maybe options, but if you're looking long term, you don't have Kenny too much longer. You get someone as more of that potential to help fill in. I think it's Schrader time. That's where I'm going to go. Kevin saying no matter what, Jalen Coker is available. Super talented. If he molds, he could be a monster slot receiver. Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong necessarily, but I took Brendan Rice, so I don't feel like going in that direction. Gorindo, Kai says Gorindo. I'm getting. Yes, Michael. Yeah, the San Francisco running back. Yeah, Ty Davis Price, but yeah, I'm not totally sold on him. His yards per carry, just his film, and I don't know. There's just maybe he can be something. I don't have a lot of faith in him there. So if you get somebody with some more potential. See, Newsom, that's true. We could potentially get Boston back, but the fact that they gave up his number seems to suggest that went out the window, and they're either willing to just let him walk and not do anything, or I don't know, kind of strange. Yeah. Howie Roseman to go. Vinny Papali. All right, taking Trader. We'll move this on so we can get to the next mock draft. Last pick. I'm thinking tight end. This might be just an easy, quick. AJ Barner. I think that's solid. We're going to go with it. Boom. Done. Where's the draft? What are the grades? Let's see. A+ for the first one. There we go. So we trade up. We get A+. Love that. Edrin Cooper. C+. Don't care. That is their terrible grading. Kalen Bullock. A- at 81. Brennan Rice. B+. Zach Zinter. C+. I'd already gotten the safety too. I did see James Williams, but I just since I already had safety, figured get a tight end. Kalen King, B+. Cody Schrager, C+, and C+ for AJ Barner. So B+. That's all right. Not insane, but not the worst. Yeah, I mean, I don't agree with necessarily all the gradings, but for what it's worth, they're going to give us a B+. I like several of those picks. Heck, I should say I like all of them because I made them, but Okay. Let's do another one. This one, the rule is we cannot draft Edgerrin Cooper. See, it already hates it anyway. It said you drafted Edgerrin Cooper, should have gotten Jalen Polk. Okay. New mock draft. Eagles, slow it down. And here we go. Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels, Drake May, 3 quarterbacks. Malik Neighbors, Marvin Harrison Jr., Dallas Turner a whole lot earlier in this draft at 7. Quinyon Mitchell. My God. Yeah, appreciate it. We got to 100 likes so far. Appreciate all the likes. If you're not already, hit the like button. We do appreciate those. All right, I'm stopping it again at 16. He's not. This is what we're doing again. I know we just traded up to 16, but I'm sorry. We're doing it again because I feel like this is a potential realistic scenario. And we will play this out a little bit more. 22, 53, 16, 81. Offer trade done. And there he is. Terrion Arnold. I'm not going to waste any time here. That's what we're doing. Apologize that we're going so quickly there and that there's no input, but he made it to 16. If Terrion Arnold or Quinyon Mitchell is there, that's what I will do. I'll speed it up just a tiny bit to go up to 50. And who are we going to get? Because we're not going to get Edgerrin Cooper. So be prepared. C. Hayes says, no, Coop is wild. I know. It's just because people had said they don't want me to take him every single draft, so I'm going to be fair, and we'll do one draft that Edgerrin Cooper is not available and see what we get. All right, at 50. Oh, but he's right here, though. He's right here. I just, it's just like I'm automatically drawn to picking him because we just got Terrion Arnold, and we could have Terrion Arnold and Edgerrin Cooper. Oh, but fine, we won't. We'll go somewhere else. Tracy says we're gonna overrule you. I know that's true. Yeah. Jake, I know you said no Cooper, but what if? Oh yeah, I'm regretting it. I know it's crazy. Jake saying Terrion Arnold and Edgerrin Cooper is my dream scenario. Yeah, that's. Is Papali even on here? They don't have. Yeah, I was gonna say they don't have all the guys, so he's not even an option. It would be cool though. Legendary story. They have most of the draft prospects, but I've seen there's been a couple, even guys that are projected like 6th, 7th round, that are not on here. So, all right, Pearsall's an option. You get your wide receiver really early. You already got defense. You got your corner. You could trade back. If you want to trade back to 55 with the Dolphins, 63 Niners, or even 80 with Cincinnati. Let's see. I'm just curious if we did trade back. $63, $94, $135 for 50. Mateo, who the heck says we can't take edge? We can. We can. Technically. Anisha saying Pearsall. Mateo saying trade back. Frank saying Bullard. Sanders for Dallas's apprentice. All right, I'll make a poll. I got a question or a comment there. Let's do that. Let's make a poll here. Start a poll. What should we do? Draft. Actually, we'll do this. Trade back. If I can add that right. Ricky Pearsall. Who all do I want to put on here? I could put Jatavion and Bullard. There you go. See where the poll ends up. What should we do? Trade back, draft Ricky Pearsall, Jatavion Sanders, or Javon Bullard? Right now, it's looking like a trade back is likely. 47% trade back, 32% Pearsall, 9% Sanders, 9% Bullard. I considered putting other on there to draft Edgerrin Cooper, but that obviously we know how that's going to turn out. Everyone's going to draft Edgerrin Cooper. Maybe not everyone. The vast majority is going to draft Edgerrin Cooper. Okay, it's a landslide here of trading back. So that's what we'll do. I mean, there's only 33 votes so far, but it's just, I'm sorry. It's too much of a head start, so we're going to trade back. Let's go. I like the Niners best because I can get a lot of picks, so we're going to do that. 50 and for 132. Let's see if they do it. Oh, man, okay, they're going to help us. Help us get to the Super Bowl. They traded up for TJ Tampa. I don't know if I would have traded up and given up all of that for TJ Tampa. Not that he's terrible, but that's a lot. All right, 63. Oh, my gosh. Now, come on. I know I said we're not going to draft him, but, like, he's right there. He's still available. Kai says Xavier Legette was the move. I don't know. Look at what we could still do. Can I still say no to him? Oh, man, it's 63 Edgerrin Cooper. That's... Kramer's fine. Do whatever you want, Josh. Just for the heck of it, because it will look different. It is, I know, it is just smart drafting. Like Sihei says, he's begging to be an Eagle. He is. The whole league is begging. They said not at 50. What about 53? What about 63? We're at 63 here, and we're going to take him. Tracy in the Palpatine voice? Do it. Oh, my gosh. I like a lot of options here. Honestly, though, if I was going to draft if I was not going to take Edgerrin Cooper, I would take Amagaji just because of the project that he is and the potential that he has. And if you're looking at a draft for a maybe on Lane's replacement. The Eagles have taken a look at him. He does have a good bit of potential. I like this pick here, but I mean, come on, 63. If Edgerrin Cooper is somehow coming out of this draft and you're there at the end of round 2, there's no way. I can't quit it. I gotta just sorry. It happened. Couldn't say no. I'm kind of sad at myself because that's literally every single draft that just don't not take him. You could just like fast forward and say if he's there in the second round, and see, there's Junior Colson, which, I could have taken Amagaji. You didn't get Junior Colson. I like Colson as the next option, but here's where we're at. 81. Because we had to get him. We had to take him. Kramer, you said I could do what I want, and you're giving me the emoji with the side eye, the frustrated look. Either the frustration or the disappointed. Come on. I literally said no matter where he's at, and then all of a sudden, of course, this mock draft would be the one to have him at 63 when I trade back. There's just no way to say no to that. Thank you. We get people saying, hallelujah, you did right. Yeah, Edgerrin Cooper, and we got extra picks. That's true. Who got Max Melton? That was a question there. Where did Max Melton go? Oh, no. No, that was the one, Christine, that was the one that you said you definitely did not want to see, and he's unfortunately a Dallas Cowboy. So the whole vibes of this draft have been thrown off by selecting Edgerrin Cooper, I think. Oh, sorry about that. Okay, well, we gotta make do with what we got here. So, I mean, I'm feeling pretty happy, but Mateo says Jesus would draft Edge, clearly. Oh my gosh. Frank is, yeah, I don't have a problem admitting it. Yes. I have an illness. Yep. I'm addicted, I suppose, to drafting Edgerrin Cooper in the second round. And I really won't apologize for it. So I think here at this point, let me scroll back down so we're back to where we were. Yep, 81. I think I'm going Johnny Wilson. There's not really a whole lot of delay for me. Eagles like him a lot. Brought him in for a visit. Good potential. I mean, you could go further down, but I think that just the value-wise, we already got our linebackers, so that's kind of off the board. You take Javon Baker or Johnny Wilson. To me, I got to go Johnny Wilson. CA says Javon Baker, another route wizard. That's true. I don't know. I'm just looking at the size and the fact that they've been linked to him as well. So, yes, Jeremiah Cooper is meant to be an Eagle. It's without a doubt. There's just no question. It's too easy, too evident, every single draft. So, I'm going to take Johnny Wilson. Oh, heck yeah. If we get Cooper a cheesesteak on you, all right. Where from? Let me just know before we're actually taking this bet, because that definitely matters. Don't skimp on me. Don't get a Pat's or Geno's. Hey, 94. I'm telling you, this draft is starting to fall our way here. Cooper Beebe is available. If I got him at 94, it feels like a good pick. I like that option. Hang on. I saw one here. Where was that? Oh, yeah. What's Wilson's 40? Wilson's 40 is 0.03 slower than AJ Brown. It's like 4.52, I think. Is it 4.52 or 4.54? I did a video about it. I can't remember off the top of my head now. I do remember it was 0.03. So 0.03 slower than AJ Brown, but he also jumped half an inch higher than AJ Brown. Like, AJ's athletic, like he's a beast, but Johnny Wilson is 6'6", 235 pounds. Like a guy like at his size should not be running and jumping like that. I know, agility and things. I'm not saying they're all equal, but still, athleticism wise, he's there. Ryan says Beeb and then Kamara at the 130 spot. I like that. Eric All, some comments. Trotter needs a home. He does not need a home here. Unfortunately, I'm sorry. I could have, but I can't quit. I can't quit Edge. If I didn't take Edgerrin Cooper, then yeah, maybe I'd be looking at it right here. It'd be perfect. Fantastic. Ryan, your addiction is Kamara. Yeah, every single draft, just about. I see that. I don't hate it though. All right. I'm gonna get Cooper Beeb. That's where we're going. Jeremiah Trotter goes to the Rams. Let me see if a little trade-up option here. So we got a lot of picks. So I'm trying to, see if we can make something happen. $132, $171, and $172. Yep. Moving up. There we go. Now I'm taking Ben Sinnott. Right? I mean, that's who I want. I get that we went Kansas State, but I get my tight end. Got the guard. It's a no-brainer. We still have 120 to play with. That's where I'm going. Extrice, there's no way the Eagles make this many picks. I mean, it's really not going to be that many picks. I just got rid of a couple. So, Andrew says, whoa, that's my guy. Dude, I love it. 120 now. I'm liking the look of this draft. Let's just say that. Yeah, Sinnott has the same measurables as Dallas. Yeah. I do love it. The more that I've looked into it, for sure. I mean, I thought possibility as well, but second best tight end in the class. Without a doubt in my mind. We got a receiver in Johnny Wilson. I think Audric Estime. He's been linked to Philly. Philly showed up at the Pro Day. Jamal Singleton worked him out at the Senior Bowl. We go tight end. Or we went tight end, now we go running back. Frank says go to Tony Luke's. Okay. I will definitely not go to Pastor Gino's. Absolutely not. No. D'Alessandro's? I'll go there. I haven't been to Tony Luke's. I got to try that. Yes, we did draft. Yep. A comment for Vaki. One for Braylon Allen. I think I'm feeling Estime. I get the Braylon Allen possibility. You want to go defense, maybe too, but we got a couple defensive guys. Let's get a good physical power back. Kenny's not that. All right. That's who I'm going with. Estimate at 120, and now we see it 161. Who will it be? Cedric Gray. Still available. I know we got Edgerrin Cooper, but I am tempted to take Cedric Gray. Like, scheme fit, ability, talent, plus the, like, falling to 161. Gosh, I might take that. I think they made it too easy. I'm pretty sure I got to go. I think I just got to not overthink it and go with Gray. They made the pick easy. Christine, wonder if Howie gets on his iPad all night with these mock drafts. Yeah, which one is he using? He's using PFF, PFN? That's true. Can't have too many linebackers. Although I drafted 3 in one of the mock drafts, so let's not do that. Cedric Gray, I love. A lot to like about Cedric Gray. So, yep, let's take him. Move back to our last pick, 210. And who do we go with now? Dominic Hampton, Keith Randall, Jace McClellan, Dylan Johnson, James Williams, AJ Barner. I like James Williams, but again, we kind of make the argument of we have 2 linebackers now, so I'm probably not going to take him. But we can go another direction. We got our tight end settled. If you want to tackle, we already got running back. You going to go interior? Keith Randolph, Jordan Jefferson, Christian Boyd. I think the Eagles, where were they at his pro day? There was something with Christian Boyd. He didn't test great, though. Not a lot of athleticism. All right, I'm going to go. I see the comments. QB3. But we got Will Grier and Tanner McKee. So, I mean, I get it, though. It's a little different drafting him there, but yeah, Gabe Hall is gone, unfortunately. All right, we'll get a SEC for Howie. See how this one turns out. We'll go Jefferson. All right, what does that give us? Let's see. What is the grading now? Zach, what's up? So just joined, been crazy at work. No worries. We're going to do one more mock draft. I'll do one more, then I got to hop off. We're going to blaze through it also. As you can see, the chat is a little bit wild, but appreciate you joining, even if it's late. No worries. An A for Terrion Arnold. So we traded Seattle, move up, get Terrion Arnold. Then we traded back with the Niners. And I had to take Edgerrin Cooper at 63. There, I mean, at A-. You can't knock me for drafting him, even though I said I would not draft him at all costs. You know, you got him. Johnny Wilson, A-. Another really great pick. Love it. C+ for Cooper Beebe. I do not agree with that. That's terrible. Ben Sinnott, another C+. C+ for both of the Kansas State picks. That I'm not. I don't see. I'm sorry, but whatever. Trade up. That's where we got Ben Sinnott. 120 estimate, another C+. My gosh, we got a lot of C+s here. An A, Cedric Gray. All right. Let's see. And Jordan Jefferson, we got a C+. It's a whole lot of C+. We got A's and C+. That may not even get an A. B+. My gosh. I thought we were doing fairly well. We'll literally sit there and B+. Not even going to get on the A honor roll. All right, we're doing it again. One more. Last one. Then I got to sign off. Can we please... The goal is, yes, draft, like what we actually want. Because the gradings here, take them with a grain of salt. Let's try to get into the A's, even if it's an A-. Let's try to do that. Yeah, I agree, Daz. I don't understand that grading with Beebe, but... are you kidding? Hang on, Zach. You said that's a lot of faith. Howie valuing the linebacker position. If Edgerrin Cooper is available at 63, that is a no-brainer, obvious choice. I'm sorry, I'm a huge Edgerrin Cooper supporter, but that to me is not a stretch at all, even for Howie. Okay, last one. Let's make sure that it's not. Yeah, no, I don't want turbo. I got to make sure and see these picks. Here we go. 22. Let's try to get an A. If we can. Andrew said, just like your report card back in the day. 3 quarterbacks, and then Marvin Harrison Jr., Malik Neighbors, Turner, Adunze. Sweet, Zach. Appreciate the 2, man. All right, we're going to see here. 15. Cooper to Gene. And he's still there. It's another draft. It's another draft, and it's another opportunity, and I think we got to do it again. All right, we're going to 22, 53. I know this is probably a little bit, whatever. Am I cheating a little bit? Maybe. Mateo, you're falling. You're a target, dude. I love that. Oh, man. Hope y'all are enjoying the Target trip. Yep. Or I guess maybe better as we call it Target, but enjoy. All right, let's see. Will they do it? No, they won't. Okay, that's understandable. Let's see. Maybe get... Oh, all right. I got a little more picks there. Okay, and we're getting Terrion Arnold. I think that's a no-brainer. We just took him. Should I change it up? Or just go Terrion Arnold? I mean, I like it. I like... No, I can understand it, Zach. I'm giving you a hard time. I just, too much to like about Adrian Cooper, and because we were joking about it earlier, but it does make sense as far as where Howie's at. No, I'm not drafting Jared Verse here. I didn't trade up to. I'm trying to get a. I'm taking Latu or I'm taking Arnold. Two options. That's true. Arnold was an A. Let's change it up. We didn't take it earlier. Let's take Latu. Trade up, draft Latu. I know we missed on Arnold, but we'll see. So we're going to be at 50. We took Latu. Maybe you trade back. Maybe you take tight end. You think they're going to give us a B- for Latu? Maybe they will. I don't know. It's their own dang rankings, though. I literally took it off of theirs. If they want to give me a terrible grading for him, I will say I love. I wouldn't mind Latu, but yes, if it's ultimately my choice, I'm probably still going with Terran Arnold between those options. Trent, what's up, man? Yes, we did. We gave away the Smitty jersey to someone that has a username that a little vulgar. It's like go F yourself 120 or something. But unfortunately, fortunately for them, they won the jersey. So if they claim it, great. If they don't claim it in a week, I will respin and someone will have a chance to win it. All right, let's see what a trade back option is. Texans 59, Commanders 67. Maybe we could do that. 67 and 78. Nope, not gonna do that. Let's see. There you go. All right, we're trading back. Moving back again, this time to 67. There's no way Adrian Cooper is still available at that point. Oh my gosh. I mean, I just can't not pick him. Like, what the heck? Literally just can't. He is inescapable. I mean, this is unreal. 67, I'm trading back into the third round, and Adrian Cooper is still there. Holy. Okay, well, Adrian Cooper just got drafted. I mean, yeah, Zach, it's a sign that we must get Cooper in the second. Bro, I'm telling you, there is no question if he is available at that point. He's getting it's just insane. The fact that he continues to be available, it is absolutely unreal. Okay, well, we got in the third, yep. It was no question. Yes, Mateo, it's God's will. It is literally The second round is what would Jesus do, and the third round is literally like divine intervention, God's will. There's just predestination that he's an eagle. So Andrew said, "Feed the addiction." It says, "Sorry, it's what we can't quit." Okay, so we got. Let me try to reset here. I've been thrown off. Fitness. What I think about Jaheim Bell? I think he's got a lot of playmaking ability. He's small for a tight end, but just the athleticism alone, ability to make plays. I think that I question as far as like, we have an Alberto who there's a lot to like in the passing game, but he can't block. And so similarly, not the exact same, but similarly, there's some blocking issues. So I just don't know if it makes as much sense to take him as a tight end there, but or eventually later on in the draft. I know, but Jim Nagy said that he's the most or the best playmaking tight end in the last decade. Seems like maybe a stretch, but he loves him. A lot to like. Okay, so 78. There's a ton of running backs here. Jalen Wright, Trey Benson, Johnny Wilson again. I don't think they loved that Johnny Wilson pick last time. I don't mind it personally, but I'm kind of thinking Johnny Wilson again. Yeah, Tracy. No matter how far I trade back, I need to try to trade like into the fourth round and then watch. Surely he's still there. Okay, I'm thinking. I like the receiver pick. Yeah, I'm with you, Zach. I do. We took him last time, but that's true. We did take a visit with Marshawn Lloyd. Talked to him in the last one. Laura, what's up? Late to the party, but you're still here. Little Friday night hangout. Appreciate you hanging out. Okay. Bucky Irving. Yep. We got to pick 3 picks later as well. So, gosh, if we're taking a pick at 81, where are the corners? Yeah, that's probably what I'm going to do. Johnny Wilson. Johnny Wilson at 78. 81. Let's take... I think Bullock. You go Bullock here. Because we got Latu, Edgerrin Cooper, Johnny Wilson. So edge, linebacker, receiver. Get your safety. Yeah, Kalen Bullock, I think. Get that C, Josh. Yep. I'm going to go Bullock. All right, Jalen Wright. Hang on. Let's see. I got to slow this thing down here. Just a little bit. All right, at 90, can I trade up in this scenario? Man, It's a little far to trade up, but I was hoping to get someone trade up and get a corner. I think Renardo Green is still there. No, wait. Malik Washington. There he goes. Dang it. 91. I think it was just too much. Too much to trade up. All right. Let's see. We already got our safety. All right, we got edge. We got receiver. We got linebacker. We got safety. We could take a running back and or a corner. Dude, heck yeah. Just catching up on the comments as I'm in the middle of a potential trade, but let's go. Trent got the news fully recovered on the leg. Let's go. Great to hear that, bro. All right, let's see about trading back. Maybe no, I don't like that. 148. Okay, I'm gonna take Braylon Allen this time. We already got a receiver, so let's take that. Braylon Allen. Now we're back up at 120. Are there any trades to do? 124. I can do that. 124, 132. Let's see, 135. Sweet. All right, let's do that. Move back a couple picks. 124, please hang on. Yes, he's still available. All right, we need a corner. Oh, no, I'm not trying to trade. Corner. Chris Abrams Drain. That's, I think, where we're going. I like that potential. You get him there at that point. I don't know. You could get Tavondre Sweat. Oh man, the value there. I want Chris Abrams Drain, but I also don't want to get. I don't want to force it though. The cool cringe dude. What's up? Appreciate you joining. Says hi, big Eagles fan. Danquan says if you don't pick Sweat, I'm unsubscribing. My gosh, I know you ended up saying JK, but all right, just out of fear of maybe you being serious on that one, we'll go ahead and take Sweat. No, you're right. The potential there and him falling, but I was looking at trying to get a corner and probably trying to force it too much. So there goes Drain. We missed on him. There's somebody else, though. Brownlee. I might take Brownlee. Or Muhammad Kamara. There's Ryan's guy. Maybe do we double up on edge? I think we got to take corner. We got to add at least one. We got safety taken care of. We got edge. We got linebacker. Defensive interior. Yeah, I think by taking Latu, Kamara's probably not. No, Danquan, I understand, bro. I got the joke. I appreciate it, though. Yeah, an unsubscriber would literally be like, all right, I'm gone. Yeah, definitely not Sweats, brother. I'm going to take Brownlee at 135. All right, speed this up a little bit more. 2 more picks, 161, 210. He's going to quit if he only has Bradbury. Let's see here. Could take another corner. Or the Zach Zinter pick. I know they hate it. They're going to give me a C- or a C+ or whatever it was for this pick. But I love it in real life. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe another corner. You take Cam Hart. You double up on corner. Take someone 210. We're going to go a draft without taking offensive line. Mateo. Bro, it sounds like you're having the wildest Friday night. I love it. A plush doll. Enjoy that Tarjay. Oh my gosh. All right, I'm taking Cam Hart. Probably should take Zach Zinter in real life. You get the depth and everything with O-line. Help with Stout there. I'm not taking it because my goal was to try to get a little bit better grading. That's probably petty and weird, but we took him earlier. They didn't like it. So Philly Duncan, his win is the Smith jersey giveaway. We did it earlier. Unfortunately, you did not win. Unfortunately, a lot of people did not win. There was 1,267 comments, and out of all those comments, someone with the username "Go F Yourself," but it actually said it. I'm not going to say it. So congrats to that person. I will post it somehow. If they claim their jersey, great. If they don't in a week's time, then we'll redraw for it, and someone else will get it. There you go. All right. There's my guard. I got to take it, right? We got running back. Got everything else. It feels like, mostly. I'm going to take Javion Cohen. Get your guard. Someone in the draft. And let's see where we get. What are we going to get for the grading? All right, we traded up. Got Latu. They view it as an A. Okay. And then we traded back. And I can't quit Edgerrin Cooper. We're all addicted. 67, got to be. Okay, good. I was going to say, please give us a good grading here. An A. Finally. All right. Next one. Johnny Wilson. Did they like this one a little bit better? We reached maybe on the last one. A-. All right. We're looking pretty good so far. Can we keep it in the A's? Kalen Bullock, A-. Hey. What's Braylon Allen going to end up being? 118. It's a running back. Do they like that one? C+. Okay. It's not totally shocking. Sweat's got to be, it's got to be solid. It's got to be like B+ maybe. B-. All right. Not too bad. Then we traded. Got Brownlee. How do they feel about Brownlee with our needs and what we have? It is a A-. Let's go. Where are we going to end up here? Cam Hart, an A? This has got to be in the A's for a total grading. Javion Cohen, A-. Come on. There we go. A-. We got it. It's still in the A's. We're still on the A on roll. We barely eked by, apparently. You got a lot of A's here to be an A minus, but nonetheless, it's an A, A minus, C plus, B minus, A minus to end up with an overall grade of an A minus. Not a bad draft. And I apologize because I just cannot not draft Edgerrin Cooper. But thank you guys. Congrats. We did it. We finally, after 3 mock drafts, we're into the A's. Every one of them had Edgerrin Cooper on it. It's never ending. All right. That was fun. I enjoyed it. Friday Night Hangout, as always. For those that are joining, have not already, please hit the like button. Helps us out a lot. Subscribe if you're not already. Congrats to the person who will not be named. He who should not be named who won the Smitty jersey. I'll post something. I'll figure out a way to do it. It'll probably be tomorrow or something, but I'll post it. They'll have a week to claim the jersey. If they don't do it, we'll give it away to somebody else who's more deserving and has a better username. But we'll do more giveaways and everything else. So appreciate you guys. More videos to come. Probably Sunday, maybe. Have another one that'll show up. So be on the lookout. And if I see some of the other comments, yeah, best draft at the best Tarjay trip by far also for Mateo. So love all you guys. Y'all have a great Friday, great weekend, everything else. Until next time, go Birds.